That flank, though. Okay, and got the pelts.
Will this ever end?
Don't hesitate.
Ivar. Don't come closer, don't. How can I stop it? It's too strong, too strong. Oh, he's like a werewolf?
Entertainment!
Okay. The werewolf's powerful body shrinks and contorts. The beastly features transform into the face of Ivar the Hunter. There are deep wounds all over his body. So this is how it finally ends. Tell me the truth about what happened to you. Let it be my last fairy tale, then. Once upon a time, there lived a stupid young hunter named Ivar. He loved his family, his wife, his son, his little daughter very much. He also loved making up fairy tales for his children. But one night, he came up with a foolish story about a silver dragon that can only be spotted if you climb to the top of a high cliff as the new moon rises. That very night, the children snuck out of the house, and their bodies were found at the base of the cliff the next morning. His wife's poor heart couldn't bear the loss. Lisa, she was gone soon after, so Ivar cursed himself. Cursed his own blabbering tongue and reckless mind. Standing near the graves of his family, he could only mutter to himself over and over, "I'm a monster, I'm a monster." Then he felt the self-inflicted curse began to melt him from the inside, burning him, turning him into a beast. He became a werewolf, swore to protect the village to honor the memory of Lisa and the children. He wanted to serve people, to bring them good instead of evil at least once. And if you called yourself a pig, you'd have grown a snout. That's exactly why it's so important to always think of yourself in only the best light. How exactly did you serve people? There was always someone trying to take from the villagers, be it their property or their lives. Minnie's the villain who became food for worms in the nearby woods. The only danger I hadn't gained much ground against is a gang holed up in a nearby cave. I started hunting them, but it seems I've run out of time to finish the job. His tone is bitter as he looks away. Tell me about this gang. Planning a visit, he smirks. The gang's not big, but they're well trained. They're very familiar with the woods around here. They've made a den in one of the caves to the west near the lake. It isn't far. Yeah, I already took them out. Why not work for me? Lay down the title of Dragon's Voice and become the Baron's voice for the people. Sorry, Baron, but no. I'm not interested in working for anyone else. Besides, the village would never accept me if they learned of who I really am. Please just finish me off or let me go. The choice is yours. Were I to spare you, what would you do? His brow furrows. I stopped looking to the future long ago, but I don't think I belong here anymore, especially if people discovered the truth. Were you to spare my life, I'd leave. Leave and try to find a new reason to live. I'll reunite you with your family. Kill him. Oh my god. Says that's an evil option. Alright. I've heard what I need. I won't kill you. My character is like neutral good, so if that's the evil option, I don't want to click that. Ivar stands holding the wound on his side. I was not expecting mercy, but I'm certainly grateful for it. Head forward, then take to the right, and if you're looking for work, my advice would be to find a traveling circus. I'm sure you'd fit right in. Farewell. Take care never to cross my paths again. He bows slightly and then winces. A word in parting, if I may, Baron. Consider it my werewolf instincts talking. I can tell you'll be the subject of stories and legend yourself soon, and I'm sure they'll be told far and wide across the land. Now, whether they'll be tales of terror or hope, well, that will be up to you. I'll make sure of that, Lindsay smiles. And your story, it won't be forgotten, I promise. Oh, he leveled up. Beating up an old man.
Not that I care.
What else is down here? And we got level ups to go over in just a second. Just looking at all this stuff. So I couldn't tell if the wolves were, like, working with him. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in that log. I couldn't tell if the wolves were, like, on his side or if that was a three-way battle, like him plus wolves plus us. Call him back so you can beat him up for another level. Right? It's like a piñata. Let's see. For a tank, I've got almost everything, really. Combat mobility, I guess. How did Valerie get her levels back? When you rest, they can make, like, I think fortitude rolls to resist the temporary negative levels becoming permanent negative levels, and I guess she made some of those rolls. Is Die Hard in there? She already has Die Hard. That is a fair one. Teamwork feat. Coordinated defense. Shielded caster. I'll try coordinated defense, I guess. Pick one. Protection from energy communal. Having another person with that in the party would not be bad. Alright, Ekon. Ranger. Dex. 2, 3, 4, 5. Skill called Quarry. Pick one enemy creature within medium range. Get +2 insight to attack rolls against the quarry, and all critical threats are automatically confirmed. A character can have no more than one quarry at a time. Uses up a standard action, though. That's the big chunk of a turn. I think I'd rather just attack. I wonder how Crane Style works with a shield. You can use Crane Style if you have empty hand plus shield. However, I currently have a dagger on her that gives +3 to AC, so it's better for me currently to just let her use that dagger for tanking. But I did check, it does work. Let's see. What's Serenity? It's one round a level. Rainbow pattern. Surprised Jubilost didn't level at the same time. Okay. Ooh, look at that speed. I wonder if they still have haste on them. Yeah, they do. For 10 more seconds. It's like, wow, they are crossing the map fast. Okay. There's a spider layer up there I never went to either. Okay. Is that over there?
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
We should gather our
no,
strength.
keep going. We'll rest in town. What's a few more days of walking before we lay down? No big deal. We're home! Enter the throne room. We haven't been home in a long time.
March, march. All I do is march.
Can I take a nap verse? Casil, your grace, we need to head to Brevoy immediately. Sword Lord Jamandi requests your help in fighting off a sudden attack on Rossland. A treacherous invasion of barbarians has caught the Sword Lords off guard. It's presently only skirmishes, but very soon there will be a major battle on the Glenabon uplands. Restov is calling for help, and I trust you won't turn your back on your old allies when they need your aid more than ever. There's one more thing. I'm afraid the bloom is back, your grace. Monsters have started appearing in the barony again. Fortunately, they've only been spotted near Candlemere Lake. Of course, this is highly disturbing, but my baron, without immediate action on our part, the Sword Lords may be defeated. What's going on in Candlemere? Not long ago, a bright flash was spotted on the center of the island. After that, monsters started to appear in the area, attacking fishermen and travelers. Someone should travel to Candlemere and discover where the monsters are coming from and why. What's happening in Brevoy? The Khalid Barbarians, your grace, the Tiger Lord's tribe. They sometimes serve as mercenaries in the River Kingdoms. Not long ago, a new chieftain rose among them and inspired the tribe to conquer new lands. His name is Armag the Twiceborn, and it is said his tribe honor him as a living legend. Looks like Brevoy became his first target. Rossland, to be more specific. Flint Rock Grassland has been revealed. Amiri raises her head, eyes blazing. Tiger Lords. So they've decided to come to fight. I've heard my former tribe is with them now, hiding from the evil spirit that haunts them. I bet the Tiger Lords brought the cowardly worms here with them. If so, I'll give them what they deserve. She shakes her head as if trying to cast off something unpleasant, and then she glares at you. But her words are carefully controlled. What I wanted to say, Chieftain, we need to go there, and we need to hurry. I'm going now to scout around, maybe find some help. Come with me, or else we'll live to see this Armag smash the Brevins and come knocking at our main gate. So if I'm bringing Amiri in the party, I need to catch up her in levels and then swap her with Ekun. Alright. This threat is too serious to be ignored. We'll head there right now. Amiri raises her hand as if trying to stop you. Easy. If we go in a huge group, there's no way we can scout unnoticed. In short, I go first, see their numbers, maybe smash several heads. You come join me later. She grins. Don't make me wait too long or I'll kick their asses without you. Casil, which one should I do first? War and Bravoy, of course. Lady Jamondi's request is pending. The future of Rosslyn and Swordlords depend on you. Alright. I will return to my own concerns for now. He bows his head before you. One last thing, Your Grace. Now in its darkest hour, I must hurry to help my countrymen. I'm heading to Rosslyn immediately to join the Swordlords. I hope we'll meet again and in this world. Wow. Thanks for abandoning me, guy. Oh, I need to sleep. My guy hasn't slept in like 4 days. Your Grace, I came to say farewell. Alas, I must return to my homeland. I have responsibilities as family head. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Take care. Edgeworth Tanvaki. Who are you? I don't remember who that is. Mukluk, your subjects truly are savages. My, how the peasants hate paying their taxes, as if they preferred the Staglord's way. When he ran out of gold, he'd just kill everybody in the nearest village and pick the loot off their corpses, but here you come with your monthly tax collection, and for them it's nothing less than a nightmare. However, your people won't get off so easily. Numbers of them join the tax masters, followers of Abadar. They regard avoidance of taxes as a major personal offense. These tax masters wear golden masks and go from door to door to beat the gold out of your people. Along with their teeth. It is indeed the civilized approach. I may be the only way to bring some sort of civilization to this forsaken corner of the world. However, if you allow this to continue, you will surely be called a tyrant. I urge you to act carefully. Address these tax masters and let them know that they've gone too far, but don't disband them altogether. Someone has to collect your taxes, and there aren't many people willing to take this thankless job. Act as you see fit. I hope you won't be troubled by a touch of hypocrisy. The peasants will hear you denounce taskmasters, and that message will comfort them. In the meantime, the tax evaders will be attended to during the nighttime, quietly and covertly. Okay. Harem appears in the doorway, loudly shouting down the corridor and trying to block a visitor's way. However, they won't budge, and finally the priest is pushed back into the room, shouting all the while. Away! Go away, I'm telling you. The Baron isn't seeing anyone. He's busy, and he isn't here. He's lying. He doesn't want this person to meet us for some reason. Forgive me, respected harem, but I must speak to the Baron. A young dwarf limps into the room. She doesn't look well. Her face is bruised, her armor crumpled, and her arm dressed in rags, brown with dried blood. Nevertheless, she begins with a ceremonious bow. Your Grace, my name is Rudrin of the Skjegi clan, and I've come to beg your help. My kin are in grave. Harem interrupts her with indignation. How do you know my name? I was told of you by our leader, the Reverend Jarmold Torag's paladin. He is hoping to meet you in person. He has so many questions for you. A dwarf who rejected Torag became a priest of Grodus and now sits in an important position in the court of a baron. Such tales are rare. Harem's face is exploding with red and white spots. He furiously grabs his beard. Torag's paladin? And he wants to talk to me? What impudence! What shameless! Brazen! Although, Harem turns to you. You know, perhaps we should help them. I want to see this paladin with my own eyes. And the trap he walked his congregation into. What's this trouble you've gotten yourself into? Many ages ago, our ancestors, together with other clans, built a road here and a chain of fortresses is along it. Unfortunately, they were forced to leave these lands, but now that you've established order here, we decided to return to rekindle our clan's legacy. We found the entrance to the Adamantine Shield Fortress, but when we tried to enter, Rudrin winces and touches her bandaged arm. When our ancestors left, they charmed the gate of the fortress and locked it with a key, which has long been kept safe by our clan as a relic. We brought it with us, but when we inserted it into the lock and turned, something incredible happened. The gate fell to ashes, and we saw the lock was upon the chest of a huge golem, which attacked us immediately. Harem snorts. I'm sure the creator of this golem prayed devoutly to Torag while he made it, never thinking for a moment that this piece of iron might someday turn on his own. How dwarvish. We managed to hide up on a hill, but we backed ourselves into a trap. The golem just stood below, waiting for us to come down. 2 of us sacrificed their lives, distracting it to give me a chance to escape and find help. Please save them. You're our only hope. Alright. I'll try to help. Thank you, your grace. This Skazegi clan owes you. Here's a map. It shows where to find the fortress. Harem fiddles with his beard pensively. I would ask you if you would go to help them. Take me with you. I know it's folly to gloat, but I would see with my own eyes our proud guests from the 5 Kings Mountains caught in such a mess and then send them home with my own tongue. I hope you will allow me the small pleasure. Your grace, I must warn you, this is no ordinary golem. He's made of adamantine. He's almost impossible to destroy even with magical weapons. But if you wear it out long enough in battle, it will collapse for a while to restore its strength. At that moment, you'll need to pull the key from its chest. If I know anything about mechanics, that should switch it off. And if you don't, Harem's gloomy question hovers unanswered in the silence. And that's how it ends. Amazing. You managed to save your barony from an invasion of monsters from First World, but you were not able to protect it from the attention of First World's most powerful denizens. Believe it or not, the lab has been chosen as the next location for the inconsequent debates. What's that? A curious phenomenon that isn't very well known. They say it's based on a bet made by the eldest, the rulers of First World, quite a long time ago. One day, one of them sent a delegation of Fae to Galarian. They announced where the competition would take place. Don't let the name fool you, it's anything but debates. The contests begin as soon as they have enough participants. The contests and the rewards are different every time, although every time is a stretch. Only 3 such occasions are known over thousands of years. Anyway, it happened again, and this time the reward is a chance to ask any question whatsoever of the host, the competition's mastermind. This creature, whoever it is, speaks on behalf of the eldest. Do you see why we can't miss such a chance? I don't. Tell me. Just think. We have an opportunity to ask a question of the host, the messenger of the self-appointed deities of the First World, and demand an answer. The gnomes originally ventured from the First World and lost their immortality because of it, and received our curse in exchange, the bleaching. No one has discovered the reasons for it, and none can stave off its consequences. But if we manage to win the competition... Do you know anything about these debates, or are we completely in the dark here? You never know what mad ideas the Fae might have cooked up. I only know one condition. Only teams of 3 are allowed to participate. And who do you think we should take as our third? I think we should take Lindsay. Something tells me Fae are not likely to behold competitions in rope pulling or beer drinking, but the skills of a bard might come in handy. Besides, we should give the young lady a chance to channel some of that energy. Can't pass it up. I agree to participate. Great. I'll mark the spot on the map where the competition will take place. The sooner we arrive, the better. The Fae Lords won't wait forever. So I've got like 5 timed events now. I hope some of these aren't actually timed, like the dwarves hiding from the gods. Oh my god, people, let me sleep. Hooray, we did it. Another attack has been repelled. The barony is stronger than ever. Your grateful subjects even brought you a gift to honor the outstanding success. Unfortunately, now is no time to rest. I need to rest! While everyone was preparing for the last attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals, and then I had a word with our storyteller, and we decided that, well, he'll tell it better. The storyteller clears his throat. I am a keeper of stories, your grace, and I have amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories of curses among them, ancient and dark, having taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down... Well, our curse isn't exactly a real curse. We think there is someone specific behind these attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Realizing she interrupted the storyteller, Lindsay turns bright red. If it isn't a curse, then what would it be? We don't know yet, but that part doesn't matter. Lindsay waves her head carelessly. What's important is that we're finally making real progress. I would imagine that the person behind these attacks is someone harboring great evil against you and your barony. I would not be surprised if it's the same adversary who is behind the bloom. Agree. After the last attack, I got the feeling that the owlbears and manticores came here as revenge for what we did to the ever-blooming flower. I'm more interested in defeating it than understanding it. With swords and spells, of course. You can't chop an ancient curse to bits, but I'm sure the villain behind the attack would suffice. Lindsay, I think the Baron is asking whether we know the name of our adversary. Alas, the answer to that question is no, at least for now. Personally, I believe it is the work of some Fae. I recognize their hand, so to speak. Whoever or whatever caused these attacks, I'm sure they will continue. We must be ready to repel the next one. That's exactly what we'll do. Sooner or later, the villain will show himself. Once he slips up, we can finally punish him for all the trouble he's caused. Lindsay frowns belligerently. I'm sure we'll know our foe's face soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with this forever. Dragon bows from the waist and addresses you ceremoniously. Greetings, your oh, it's a monthly gift. Thank you. Pleasure to work for you. Before you is a boyish half-elf. Her tight-fitting leather outfit is full of patches, and a large, mean-looking blade rests on her hip. A tattoo adorns the woman's neck. On behalf of the simple folk of Varnhold, I greet you. My name is Tyrval. I am here to represent our community, to represent you with a token of our loyalty, and to humbly beg for your help. I just saved your city. The half-elf hands a wrapped parcel to you. I personally vouch for its quality. I made it with my own hands, every stitch and cut. I hope you like it. Received item, Easy Stride. I'm guessing by the word stride, it's some kind of boots. Tyrval proudly hands over her gift and continues in a steady tone. We ask that you let Varnhold assemble a militia of her own. Many of the locals are eager to keep watch and defend their homes with weapons in hand, especially so after the, well, you understand. Your grace took care to send guards to Varnhold, and I am grateful for that. However, the townsfolk would sleep better knowing that you've let us take the protection of our children and elders into our own hands. I understand that this would require an investment from you, but we will not remain in your debt for long. If there is a workshop where I can work leather, I'd be more than happy to make all manner of things for you. I used to make a living as a tanner back in Daggermark. Tell me more about your idea. I'll try to keep it short. I come from a long way from here, Daggermark that is. We never had too much in the way of law, but we always had order. It just wasn't the guard that looked after it. It was the local bandits. Every village, every quarter, they all had a gang of their own. They never touched anyone except other gangsters that came by. They were all just like the guard, you see, even though no one gave them any authority. And if you don't have the authority and you carry a blade, well, then you're a bandit. You sent your guard to Varnhold, but firstly, they're strangers here. Second, they're not your best people, so think about it. Who would ever want to get posted all the way down here? So that's why there are so many guards there and so little order. As for us, we know the people we're dealing with. We can tell the real thug from the harmless drunk who likes to tie one on and wave his fists around. Who to watch because he's a dangerous fool, and who to watch because he's an eager fool. Long story short, we've got our ways. So that's why I'm asking your permission and your help. We want to bring a few brave and quick-witted folks together and do everything by the book. Why don't you simply come serve as guards? The half-elf hesitates. You see, right now we're close to the people. If we put on a uniform, well, they'll accuse us of selling out to the authorities, and we wouldn't want that, would we? All manner of leather things? Her face livens up. Oh yes, I'm a master leatherworker after all. Armor, boots, I make it all. I just can't find a proper place to practice my craft. If you help me with that, I'll make work for you. But only if you satisfy my request to help us organize a militia. Okay, sure. Thank you, Your Grace. I hope to hear from you soon.
Meanwhile, barbarian hordes had been gathering near Brevoy's borders. We had a difficult choice to make.
There's a Mary, Lindsay,
Was it more important
Octavia.
to chase a traitor, or to fulfill our duty as allies?
Chase a traitor. Oh, is that referring to Tristan? Okay. Look at this. Exhausted. Rest. Okay. Oh my god, he finally got to take a nap. Alright. Quick save. Okay, I think at that point, chat, we've officially finished that act. Alright, let's look at the thing. Message from Jamandi. Done. Grand Diplomat wants to discuss stuff. Done. Paper people. Handled. New settlers have entered the region. Okay. These are things that came up and then failed while I was away. You talk to people. You talk to this person. You talk to this person. Harem is mad. Jubal also wants to talk. Someone's waiting to talk. Your realm healed the wounds left by the calamity. Okay. Holy crap. Magar Varn wants to talk. Visit the throne room. Now? What? Okay. Alright. Beat the game. Beat the act. Your Grace, I know I already owe you so much and shouldn't bother you with any further requests, and I would hold my tongue if only my own interests were on the line. However, this matter I need help with involves the fate of my people and a certain person of special value to me. You see, when strange events started to occur in Varnhold and its environs, we started our own investigation. We discovered a certain mysterious dungeon. The locals say it was the tomb of an ancient creature of great power. Alas, this turned out to be a false lead, and the dungeon was a trap. Meanwhile, the real Vortikai continued to commit outrages in his real tomb and then attacked Varnhold. As fate would have it, at the moment of the magical attack on the town, a party of my people was inside the false dungeon, and I have yet to learn anything of their fate. Dennis! He's talking about Dennis, chat. This is my request. Help me go down into the dungeon and find out what happened to my people. What is the person of special value you mentioned? My general and my right hand, Magar grows grim. To think of that I, as a leader, brought trouble upon my most loyal people. To be honest, I don't believe I'll find them alive, but I can at least try to find out what happened there. Alright, where's the dungeon? I will mark it on the map. He nods shortly and gratefully. I will meet you on the road if you decide to go. Thank you, Your Grace. This mission is very important to me. We can go find Dennis! Oh my gosh. The lore. Alright, back to the table. Alright, we talked to Varn. Yep, that's done. Okay, let's look at this stuff. Close that. Alright. So, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's an opportunity. That's a problem. We got 5 problems. That can only be handled by her. That can also only be handled by her. That's 14 days to solve. They're both 14 days to solve. Okay, we have no advisors that can handle... Whoa. Oh, because Seal left. Oh, god dang it. Oh, that's awful. Okay, because Seal and Jod left, I guess. Illicit hunters. Refugees, can't do that right now. Hunting season. Good neighbors, can't do that. Alright, projects. Militia. Yeah, that's fine. Research the nature of courses. Support the Grand Diplomat. Expert mountaineering. Divine protection from poison. Oh my god, there's so many. Who is that? Hironoto, what's up, dude? Claim Silverstep. Declare Silverstep part of your kingdom. Oh no, I couldn't, like... Okay, I didn't realize this was going to stunlock me for like 2 weeks. I had so many timed events going on. Wow. Okay. So that's all mine. Neat. Okay. So, bunch of... Alright, oh, Valerie filled. Knock Knock has something in mind. Oh my god. An unexpected visitor awaits you. Protector of the weak. That's just an opportunity. Opportunity. Problem. Okay. What does Knock Knock want to talk about? Freaking goblin. Your Grace, Jod coughs politely. The goblin, the one you found, has asked to see you. He claims you're in need of training. I think he is rather in need of a bath. Several. I'll hear what he has to say. Send him in. I thought he was on the ceiling for a second. Knock Knock strides in as best as his short legs can manage. Then his gait slows, then stops as he takes in the throne room. His eyes and ears swivel independently, as if trying to take every direction in at once. After scanning the area around him, he looks upward and squints, as if uncertain if there's a ceiling above him or not. He stands still, swaying slightly, eyes affixed on the ceiling. Others in the throne room are disdainfully silent. Some wrinkle their nose and take a step back. Others, some of the guards' hands fall to the hilt of their blades. Knock Knock's head snaps down, then seeing you. He gives a sickle grin, his eyes gleaming. Sidekick? Almost didn't see among all Longshanks. He frowns at your throne, then cocks his head confused. Why in my chair? There's a light chuckle from someone in the room, quickly silenced. Took a while to find a way here. Knock Knock glances around, but now here to take rightful place. Be a hero, and show you how to be a hero. He nods sharply, and hooks his fingers in his belt. I can help. Like before, side by side, big hero. He points to himself, and not big hero. He pauses. You need it. And how can you help? Jod frowns. Actually, Your Grace, if you're considering accepting assistance from this,